Hi, it's Rico, and welcome back to Brooklyn Cooking. If you haven't already subscribed to my station, hit the subscribe button so you can see all the videos. So today we're doing gnocchi, potato gnocchi. Uh, really simple, don't be intimidated by it. So we start with potatoes. So I have 2 pounds of potatoes. Some I already grinded up in the food mill. I started with a slice in the potatoes and baked them in the oven at 375 degrees until they're ready, until you have a baked potato. And we're just going to spoon it out and put it in our food mill. If you have potato ricer, that will work. You could just mash it up. But, we're looking for, try to make it light. Most recipes are going to tell you to boil the potatoes. I like to bake them. It's a little drier. Just let them cool a little bit so you can handle them. You want to mash them while they're still warm or a little hot, or they're going to get very gummy. The same thing would be if you boil them. You want to mash potatoes while they're still warm. Just keep going till it's all through. And that's it. You have your potatoes nice and nice and light. And we'll clean up here and we'll go on to the next step. Like I say, gnocchi, there's not much to it. We have our potatoes. We have 2 cups of flour. We have two pounds of potato, 2 cups of flour, tablespoon of salt. We just don't dump it in there. And 1 egg. We just only use the yolk. So I'm going to break it onto here. I like to do this is just grab the yolk in my hand and boom. Easy peasy. We're going to mix it up. Just mix it up a little bit and add it. Now this could be done without egg and just with nothing, without water, without anything. It'll be a little lighter, but it's a little trickier, so we're doing it the easy way. And then out of our 2 cups of flour, we're going to start with about 1.5 cups. We're not going to use it all, and we're going to see how it goes. See if we need more at the end, and we're going to just start kneading this. All right, so once you got it together in the bowl somewhat, you dump it out and start kneading it. You don't want to knead this too long. The word gnocchi possibly comes from 2 Italian words, gnocchia, which means knuckle, and gnocchio, which means a knot in a piece of wood. I guess that's where Pinocchio got his name. Gnocchio to Pinocchio. Just going to keep kneading. Don't want it to get too sticky. I don't think we're going to need any more flour. The more flour you add, the heavier it's going to be. Keep kneading this for 4 to 5 minutes until it is somewhat smooth and firm and not too sticky. But you want it to be a little sticky. If it is too sticky, just add a little more flour a little at a time. This seems pretty good to me. Now it's time to cut these into smaller pieces so it's easier to roll out. We're going to roll it out into a log. Maybe about as thick as your finger. Depends how big your finger is. How long it is doesn't matter. That's just a matter of how much dough you started with. Try to get it even, but it's easier said than done. And, about the thickness of my finger. And we're going to cut into about cork-sized pieces. This is the size of it. It's about 1 inch long. Now we have to get some grooves into it to hold on to the sauce. So helps a little if you flour your fork a little bit. And you're just going to roll it up and try to get those grooves in there. If it's easier for you this way, you go that way. But a little more flour. Finishing up this, we have 3 more balls to roll out into a log, and no sense doing that all on screen when we'll be back to finish up. All right, we have about 70 gnocchis, but I'm only going to start with a couple. These cook up pretty quick. Now you see they'll start floating up. When they float up, they're basically done. Okay, they've floated to the top, they're ready. These are simple gnocchi. You can eat these with anything you want. Tomato sauce, butter and cheese. Pesto is a nice thing. I have a little pesto that I made. I will just throw some here on there, mix it up, and we'll taste. Very good, nice and light. The pesto's good.
Okay, you can stop eating again now.
Hungry.
What?
I'm hungry.
Clean your mouth.
That's a wrap. That's it. Pretty simple. You know, really easier than making homemade pasta. All you need is some potato and some flour and an egg, and you're done. You saw how simple it is. Don't be intimidated by this. Everything, you could do this stuff. Anyway, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to our station. Hit the like button, and see you next time. Arrivederci for Brooklyn Cooking.